Kicking things off with creating more countertop space. We get a built-in microwave and put it up in a wall cabinet, or get a combi microwave oven and put it in a tower cabinet.
Michael, love your accent, first of all. This is a great point. The countertop height is the ideal location for almost anything because it matches for the average height between tall users and short users in a kitchen. Keep it within 24, 30 inches from the floor, up to maybe 50 inches off the floor.
Next, if budget allows, you could get a boiling water tap. Having a boiling water tap will eliminate the need for a kettle. We're trying to get rid of as many small appliances that live on our countertop, so it helps clear some space for work and prep.
I don't know how many people in the US are using kettles, but definitely a good suggestion. It also saves time, which is really important when it comes to typical kitchen use.
You could also consider getting an induction hob. They're smooth and flat, slim and in line with your countertop, so it acts as additional work surface space.
This is a really good one. It's been in application since the smooth top electric cooktops came to market. You remember the old coiled cooktops? It was really hard to be able to use those as countertops because it wasn't a smooth space. So when you can secondarily use a cooktop as a countertop when you're not cooking, kind of a bonus, right?
You could look at getting a Workstation sink. You've probably seen them before, the Swiss Army knife of sinks with all the accessories and bits and pieces they come with. Specifically for helping with small kitchens, getting a chopping board that slides across your sink again acts as some extra countertop in your kitchen and some prep space.
Killer tip. You do pay more for those because of all the accessories and the way it's designed to work with all those features. A lot of bigger kitchens, consumers will plan in 2 or sometimes even 3 sinks for different purposes. This is really beneficial to use if you have a condensed space. Really great thought there to add that to that toe kick drawer.
The top boxes are extra wall cabinets that you place on top of your existing wall cabinets to help fill the space and get as much storage as possible.
In the US, we refer to them sometimes as transom cabinets or stacker cabinets. We used to do soffits just to fill in that space, and then your cabinets will run up to the soffit. But you can use the soffit for storage at all. Having that as an optional storage is kind of a benefit, but you do pay for it, of course, as well.
Next, we've got Plinth Drawers. It's a drawer that lives underneath the bottom of your base cabinets in the area that your plinth covers. Plinth drawers add a bit of extra and secret storage, and again, it's just maximizing every bit of space that you have.
I haven't actually heard of that term until I watched the show, so Michael, I'm learning a lot of new stuff from you, by the way. What we sometimes refer to those as is toe kick drawers, because the space underneath the cabinets is the toe kick. Right now, your toe kicks are not typically useful at all, so if you can have a drawer that comes out from underneath there and get extra storage space, that's a bonus.
I just wanted to highlight this particular one from Blum called the Blum Space Step, as it not only gives you the extra storage from the plinth drawer, but it also doubles up as a step.
You know, I had a client one time who she was shorter than the average user, and we had to plan for that as a part of the kitchen design. Look at how you store things in your drawers. If the items you store in your drawers don't use up a certain amount of space in the top, this is not a bad option. But every once in a while, you might want to put something in there that's bigger that would end up eating up that space. So you just have to plan it out for you.
So we've got corner storage solutions. These are things like your Lemans corner system or your blind corner pull-out system, sometimes called magic corner systems.
Getting a corner that you can access the storage space, even if you lose a little bit of that storage space, is worth the investment, but some of them do need to be done at the time that you're actually putting the cabinets in the first place. Good advice, Michael.
Adding a pull-down storage rack can be a great addition for those cabinets that are a little bit too high and out of reach. So maybe combining one of these with an extra tall wall cabinet that we talked about earlier, you've got that extra storage space, and by adding a mechanism, it makes it more accessible and practical as well.
This was introduced, if I recall, about 15, 20 years ago to the marketplace. There are limitations on widths and depths and heights of that actual shelf when you pull it out, pull it down to the counter. It is a really great option. And let's say you have somebody who's in a wheelchair or has got some limitation on mobility. This can also make it a little bit easier for them to use the storage space.
As I keep saying, I think drawers are more practical than doors, so consider getting a sink drawer cabinet, not only to help make it a bit more practical, but also to include a usable top drawer. So rather than just wasted space at the top of a cupboard, you can get a drawer with U-shaped storage that's designed to fit around your sink.
That is a very common thing you're seeing nowadays, especially in vanities, where the vanity cabinets have limited plumbing and items coming out of the countertop and connecting to the sink. Just pay close attention to the dimension, the space that your pipes, and if you have that hot water dispenser, all those things add up a bulk load of space, and sometimes you need to just plan around that, plus your sink itself. So just make sure, look at the dimensions, make sure you can make it work for you.
consider getting a slim dishwasher. An easy one here, but one that's actually quite often overlooked. It's ideal for smaller kitchens and households. Maybe you live on your own, or there's just the two of you, and you don't really generate that much washing up.
Those slim dishwashers, very much in those applications where it's a single or maybe just a couple, and you'll pay a little bit more for it just because it's a novelty over, say, a typical 24-inch dishwasher. Look at resale value as well. Great job, Michael, and I hope you'll all check that out. If you are wondering about how to handle other issues in a small kitchen, I'll be happy to give you my insight. So thanks for watching.